Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. It is a work weekend for me and Tessie, so I've been just humping this thing big time, and I didn't think to pick up the camera sooner. I'm in between doing black epoxy and 2K surfacer right now, so I thought I'd give you a look, give you a little explanation of where I've been and what I'm doing and what's next. So I've been working on the jambs on this side. I did get the doors fit on this side acceptable. Then I went to fit the fender, and the fender would not come back far enough. I had a gap I could stick my fingers in this way. Not acceptable. So conclusion that I came to was that the aftermarket rocker panel was either I either installed it too far forward, or B, it was just too long. I don't remember how the rocker deals went, because it was like 8 years ago that I actually put the floor and the rockers in this thing. So what I ended up doing is, and maybe you can't see this because black is really hard to film when it's dark in here. What I ended up doing is, you can see this line here. That's where the rocker actually was. No, I just touched it. That's where it was, right there. So I actually cut that whole chunk out of there and then made a new plate to cap it. Now the fender fits really nice. I've got a 3/16 gap all the way up. This bracket is in the right spot, which makes me think that the rocker was just wrong. So other than that, hinges are staying in, obviously, and I had a little bit of body work on all these spots here where the pillars meet the rocker. This was all braced, like from here to there, and then from here to there, and then the whole bottom of the car cut out. So also this weekend I was able to finish my dog leg, which was sectioned in from a donor quarter panel that I bought several years ago, and there was just enough of it left to salvage. It was actually a whole quarter panel, but this piece was not great. But you can't buy a reproduction dog leg for a four-door wagon. You can't. I've bought them all. They're all wrong. So the other side will be more of a challenge, because the other quarter panel I have as a donor does not have the dog leg on it. That's a whole nother video. So from about right here, somewhere in this general area, this is a new dog leg, and then this is patched, previous patches. Door fits as good as it's going to fit. It's not going to be perfect, but it'll be just fine for a driver. So that's Eastwood black epoxy on there right now. I put it on a little bit heavy, so I'm waiting before I can put my 2K on it. I'm only going to 2K the spots that have body work, which back here, this C-pillar, a lot of this is just small spots of filler, but you know, like the dog leg was a patch, and there was a patch there, basically this whole section from like here down is replaced, and then actually this section from here to there was actually out of a donor car, because that was not right. This center divider I actually had to cut loose from, I don't know if you can see this, from this piece. I had to cut it loose and move it down, which makes me think that the rocker panel's not in the right spot, but it has to be in the right spot because it was bottomed out on those. So again, maybe the rocker panel wasn't made quite right. Maybe I'm being anal. I don't know. So once this is, the next step with this is then to sand my 2K, seam seal it, and I'm going to edge this side. This side will get the door jambs painted, done, and then when I do that, I'll edge this door. This is the last door out of the 4, Did my rough body work on that today. You can see all these, actually this is where the primer all sucked in. This is all body filler. It's all filler. I'm not here to hide anything. This car will be mostly metal. But it will all have a skim coat because it's a 60-plus-year-old car. There was a patch, a metal patch in this corner, and a metal patch in this corner, and the rest of it was just kind of wavy gravy. So from you can see from about that trim line down, it got a skim coat of fiberglass, and then a skim coat of regular Rage body filler, roughed out in 80, DA'd with 180, and now it is going to go in 2K first round. It's the best way that I found for me to chase body work, is just to keep priming in between, and it comes out nice that way. This door was off of a donor vehicle. Most of the parts are, but this particular door actually had a skin put on it at one time. It was actually sectioned right here on this belt line, and once that trim is on there, you'll never see it. I never saw it when I bought the door. They had a belt molding on it, and you couldn't tell. After closer investigation, of course, yeah, you can tell, but the price was right. I think I paid $75 for the door, I think, and it was relatively rust free. The bottom seam was good on it, but it just had the typical rust spots. But the door that came on this car was completely caved in the middle, like completely caved in. So jump. So what else do I got going on here? Fender fits, and what I've decided that once I have the doors on this side and the jambs are done, I'm going to bolt the doors on. The doors are going to stay on. I'm going to bolt the fender on, and I'm going to do the body work on the fender and the quarter panel. Obviously, the quarter panel's on the car. I have a patch to put in the back of the quarter under the tail light. Body work that quarter panel. I'm going to put the fender on, and the fender's going to stay on. I'm going to body work the fender on the car. I found out this weekend that that fender is actually pretty damn flimsy and hard to handle when you're trying to do body work on it on a stand. So I bolted it on. I can reach everything I need to reach on it with hammer and dolly, and it's just out of the way then. So basically this whole side of the car will be sheet metal assembled. Once I get the jams done, when I jam this, I'll jam that door. Obviously I got to paint the green on the tops yet. What I'm going to do is the other two doors for the other side. Let me flip you around. The doors for the other side are done, other than the green on the top. Front door is painted black first, just because. Rear door is in black epoxy, been blocked, ready to paint. So once this door is edged, all the doors and the upper tailgate can get sprayed in green, and then they're gonna go on. I'm gonna bolt them on. Of course, after the jam is done on that side, but I don't want to. I'm gonna spray green basically one more time, and that should be it. Should be it for the green, unless I end up doing some dash pieces or something, which I don't believe I'm going to. But everything else is going to be black. I don't have a hood yet. I'm working on that. But long ways from done, but making good progress here. Summer is over with, so now it's work on car season. So some guys are excited about hunting. I'm excited about working on the car. So, all right, I'm getting a little bit windy, so I'll give you another look here. So basically this is, she's a patched together wagon, hot rod wagon. That's all it is. It's nothing fancy. It's nothing, I'm not gonna show it. probably, just so I get a good parking spot. But it's going to be a driver, and I've said that right from the start. If this were to be a show car, I would have to take a trip to Southern California or New Mexico or something and buy another car. It'll be rust-free when I'm done. For how long, I don't know. You know, you can only get so much out of it. So anyhow, it's going to be a fun cruiser. Can't wait to get it done. My kids are excited to get it done. So with that, thanks for taking along. I'm at over 10 minutes here. I got to shut up. So, alright guys, thanks for tagging along. Thanks for watching. I'm not gonna set a goal for completion, but it shouldn't be too long. Okay, thanks guys. Have a great weekend. See ya.